Hey guys, this is Bacon Chris here, and today I am going to be doing a top 10 of my favorite characters of all time. So if you hate these characters, I respect your opinion. And these are characters based off of TV, movies, and video games. So let's move on. Number 10 is Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents. And this is one of my favorite Nicktoons, along with SpongeBob, Loud House, Rugrats, and Bunsen is a Beast, and many of the other Nickelodeon shows. Well, Cosmo is very hilarious. There was the one moment that I didn't like about Cosmo was when he put sweaty gym socks into lemonade. I mean, that's kind of gross. You want to make lemonade sweet, not sweaty. But somehow, sweaty socks made everyone like the taste of lemonade. It was from this episode called Nectar of the Odds. Overall, he's a great character. He's a great odd father to Timmy and a great father to Poof. Yeah. And Wanda, Wanda seems to be a very caring person too. Wanda's his wife. So, yeah. Number 9 is Morty Smith from Rick and Morty. Morty is supposed to be Rick's grandson. And they also go on adventures together. The reason why I like Morty is because he, I'm not sure why, but I don't have to like every main character of every show that I like. But you know what? Morty's cool. He, okay, I gotta stop saying because that's not being a good speaker. Well, Morty looks like me a bit. And one question. Do I look like Morty? Okay. Let's... And he's a good helper to Rick. And I even like one episode where Rick puts some type of serum in it to make him muscular. Yeah. Number 8 is Hector from Coco. And he is supposed to be the main character's great-great-grandfather. I really like this character. I feel bad for this character because he got murdered by this musician named Ernesto de la Cruz, which used to be his best friend. Hector is a great singer, he's a great dancer, especially when he's dead. He's dead as shown in this picture. And, yeah. Hector, loves to play music. He cares for his daughter Coco, and I think he left Coco when she was 3 years old. Yeah. Coco is supposed to be Miguel's great-granddaughter. No. Miguel's great-grandmother. Why did I say granddaughter? I need to write a script next time. Next up is Grizz from We Bare Bears. And Grizz is a really cool bear. He loves action shows. He loves being friends with anyone. And he loves extreme sports. And yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. I even like him when he was a baby bear. I even like the other characters like Panda and Ice Bear. But Grizz hits the top spot. And he's also nice to everyone, including characters like Charlie, Chloe, who's a college student. Charlie's a weird creature. the ranger, I forget her name. It's been a while since I watched We Bare Bears. And I even like his song about the pigeons that goes, as the days go by, count on my, you're my best friends, you're my best friends. Yeah, that is my favorite song from We Bare Bears. Moving on is Lincoln Loud from the Loud House. And as you know, I love the Loud House. And yes, Lincoln is my favorite character because he has a really cool personality which involves comics and video games, just like Greg Heffley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He is similar to Greg Heffley, but Greg Heffley's always, nervous, but Lincoln's always happy. So anyway, Lincoln is the only boy in the Loud House. He actually has 10 sisters, and if you don't remember their names, there's Lori, Lenny, Luna, Luann, Lynn, Lana, Lola, Lisa, and Lily. He has a good father, and he has a good mother. His father's a caterer. Well, maybe not a caterer, but a cook. And his mom's a dentist. Lincoln is obsessed with Ace Sabby, which is a fictional superhero inside of the Loud House. Plus, sometimes Lincoln is also a good narrator to whatever stuff is going on, And yeah, he also likes to hang out with his friend Clyde, which is also a good character. And I really like Clyde. I like the part when Clyde is obsessed with his Lincoln's sister Lori, and he spills blood. He gets nose blood from Lori every time he sees her. He's like, Lori? System overload, and then blood comes out of his nose. Moving on is Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. And Buzz Lightyear is supposed to be a space ranger. And in Toy Story 1, he thought he was actually a real space ranger. Until Woody yelled out, "You are a toy! You're just a sad, strange little man." That was actually hilarious. And I really like that part from Toy Story. But sooner or later, Woody actually became friends with Buzz Lightyear when Buzz got strapped to a rocket by Sid Phillips. And when Andy was moving out, they lit a rocket, and he's like, "Wait a minute, I just lit a rocket. Rockets explode!" And then, they go up, they don't die, they fly. This isn't flying, this is falling with style. And yes, they landed in Andy's car. So, anyway, besides that, in Toy Story 2, he was really helpful to Woody when Woody got kidnapped by Al. So Buzz actually gathered up some of Andy's toys or their friends, and what they actually did was try to find out where Woody is. Yeah. Buzz Lightyear is actually one of my favorite characters from Toy Story. He is a very great friend to Woody, and that's why I like him. Next up is Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. And one reason why I like Mr. Krabs is because he is obsessed with money. And I love money too, So, Mr. Krabs is cheap, but he is hilarious. Because he does cheap things, and He makes funny jokes sometimes. His yelling's kind of funny. I like, in the episode Imitation Krabs, which is one of my favorite episodes, Mr. Krabs yelled out day off when SpongeBob said to Mr. Krabs, well, at first, Mr. Krabs says, we're in the high seas, it's Squidward. You gave him the day off. Day off! And then the Krusty Krab started smoking with a big pipe on the top. Well, it's supposed to be the anger expression, so yeah. Up next is Mario from the Nintendo series. Mario has been my favorite Nintendo character since when I was a kid. My sister and I used to play with Game Boy Advance, and we would always play Super Mario Bros. Free. There's also one on NES, but they also created a version on the Game Boy Advance. Playing Super Mario Bros. Was fun until I got a Wii U. And when I played Wii U, I enjoyed Mario. The Mario games that I have, or I actually had because I sold them, were Super Mario Bros., 3D World, Mario Kart 8, Super Mario Maker, and Super Mario Bros. U. So those are the 4 Mario games that I had for Wii U. I am considering getting a Nintendo Switch soon, and I thought about maybe doing a video where I unbox the Nintendo Switch. I really don't play video games that you guys play, like Call of Duty or those type of stuff. I think it's fun to play video games without the violence. And I think it's fun to, rescue people, because that's what Mario does. Mario rescues Princess Peach in most of these games. But in Super Mario 3D World, he rescues a bunch of fairies with Princess Peach, Luigi, and Toad. So, yeah. I love Mario. Hello! It's me, Mario. Mamma mia. I like spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah. Next on the list, it's probably number 2, is Homer Simpson. And Homer Simpson is one of my favorite characters from The Simpsons. Basically, what Homer likes to do is drink beer, eat donuts, and he works at a nuclear power plant. Sometimes Homer can be very, abusive because he chokes on Bart, which is, dangerous. And another thing that I like about Homer is that he's pretty hilarious. He does the silliest stuff ever. Like, I'm trying to name some of the silly stuff. But, there was also a crossover where The Simpsons meet Family Guy, which was a good crossover. At first, Homer and Peter were great friends, and then, they started to become enemies, and then back to being friends. They both Peter and Homer Simpson are hilarious, and they both like to drink beer. And yeah, another thing I like about The Simpsons is that Homer sings really good, So moving on. And my number 1 favorite character is Batman, or Bruce Wayne from DC Comics. This is my favorite character of all time. He is the most kick butt superhero of all the DC comics. Bruce Wayne is a millionaire orphan who wants to find a way to avenge his parents' death. So one way he does it is by finding the man who murdered his parents. Because when Bruce Wayne was 10 years old, his parents, after an opera, his parents got shot by this guy named Joe Chill. And yes, Joe Chill is one of Batman's enemies. He definitely has to be an enemy of Batman because that's what he did. He killed the parents. Whether it's Lego Batman or... Sorry, just a little bit sick. Whether it's Lego Batman or any Batman, you know, he's an icon to DC Comics. Batman's everywhere. Shopping malls, amusement parks. Yeah. School. Batman has, like, the ability to throw batarangs and to, climb through walls, and, you know, I can even do a good impression of Batman. I'm Batman.
Where is she? Where's the Joker?
The city of Gotham needs my help. I think this is the Christian Bale Batman. I'm not exactly sure. But I watched a couple of his movies, and my favorite Batman movie is the Lego Batman movie. Really good movie. That wraps up my top 10 on my favorite superheroes of all time. So yeah, if you have requests, I'll be happy to share them with you in the comments below. This is Bacon Chris signing off.